Good morning. You listen to FloorDaily.net, and I'm Kemp Harr. I'm in Nashville at the Starnet Fall Meeting, and I'm with Steve Cloud, the chairman. Steve, how you doing?
Doing very well today, Kemp. Welcome to Nashville. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, last night we had an event right down on Broadway, which some people would think, I've been to Broadway. How do you have a dinner on Broadway? But you guys found a really great place that was elevated, and we could all look down on things, and the weather was great. It was a fun time.
Yeah, Tricia, who does all of our event planning, found the facility. We were on the fourth level, which had both indoor and outdoor. We had great music in the background, and it was just a very, very enjoyable evening had by all.
You also are the owner of M. Frank Higgins, and that's up in Connecticut, the Massachusetts area. Let's start there. How's business?
Business this year is a little bit flat, but we continue to have an extremely strong backlog. I think our monthly backlog right now goes out about 16 or 18 months. So we're very excited about that. It's just getting it into place. We're doing well with the labor side of things. We put a lot of time and energy into educating our crew. So that helps us within our marketplace.
Spent a little bit of time with your son Travis, who's kind of stepping in and taking some of the responsibility, and he seems to be doing a good job, right?
He is. He's doing a great job. He's really managing the sales and in the field operations. It's just a great progression for him. See him come in there. I'm happy or excited. He's the fourth generation, so the business looks like it will continue on.
He's a Floor Focus Emerging Leaders winner, right?
He is, yes. Very honored to have that privilege.
So a little bit more on your business. You have some major hospitals that are going up there, right? And that's part of what your work is.
That's correct. There's 3 new towers going up in Connecticut, which in the past the crane index has not been all that popular, but it's getting a little bit better now thanks to those, and we're fortunate enough to have all of those towers.
So what's the tone of this meeting here? I mean, you've been with your members here. You had your shareholder meeting just a minute ago. Everybody seemed to be upbeat?
Yeah, upbeat, but cautiously optimistic about it, I'd say. There's a lot of challenges, a lot of headwinds. Again, it seems like the membership has good backlogs, but just getting into place is a real challenge for us right now. I've been polling some of the people, and jobs are just getting delays after delays after delays. Obviously, I think the whole industry is anxious to get the election behind us, and hopefully things will free up and actually work will start going.
We've been watching the Architectural Billing Index, and it's been below 50 for over a year now. So we know that there's a little bit of a slowdown coming on the commercial side, don't we?
Yeah, I would agree with that 100%. And also, for me personally, back home, I monitor my bidding. In our bidding this year, we are down on our bidding. So that will translate again, probably 6 to 9 months down the road. Again, fortunate, we have a really, really strong backlog, but we do see a slowdown for the bidding.
All right, Floor Focus did Top 250's A&D survey, and these are the results nationwide, but it pointed out that the A&D folks are relying a little bit more on mill reps and a little bit less on the people that know the most about what type of flooring to install and the ins and outs of making the right decisions around flooring. And you're not too happy with that, are you?
No, not at all. I sat down and read the article. It was very well written. Thank you very much. But it definitely made me upset to think that we're not involved in our industry as much as we should be. Come here, we talk about how we specify, how Starnet does a great job within our markets, and then a report comes out that says we're only 3% of the industry, where I know for ourselves, luckily at home, we're definitely a lot more than that. It's one of the things that I've embraced. So it's good criticism, but it's actually going to generate some more training and some more education opportunities for our co-op, and really trying to get our business development or specifier group to think about how we can do it differently. Our vendors, in general, the training in our industry has really diminished over the last decade. Growing up in the business, Armstrong was the gold standard when it came down to training. Obviously a lot of changes with that, but how can we bring training back, not just for the installers? We all talk about the installation training, but we really need to train our people in the office to go out there and generate business and monitor it, and I think we can do a better job here with Starnet.
Well, 2 comments about that. One is, this is a national survey, and I think in your market, I know you have relationships with A&D, and so maybe they didn't take the survey, so it's not indicative of your area. But you've got to admit that the requirement for CEUs and their receptiveness to having somebody come in and bring lunch and talk about what we're working on. That since COVID, we're just not doing that as much, are we?
I agree with you on that, but what we are doing, which is helping, is we're doing events in our office where we will invite 3, 4, 5 architectural or design firms into the office. I think we have one coming up. They're going to do holiday wreaths. So just things of that nature, get them out, get them talking about, see what we can offer them, and we talk a little bit of business while we're having fun. Mm-hmm. And I think that's been really successful for us in our marketplace. People really rely upon us, get calls all the time, hey, I got a problem, how can we solve it? I think it elevates us as flooring contractors, and that's what I think Starnet really needs to do and have a consistent message for the industry.
You had a recent event up in your market where you had A&D come in. It was a trade show.
Yeah, the typical post-neocon event that happens after the June event. And, we did it locally. A few years ago, we would do it outside the office. And then when COVID happened, we canceled it one year, and they said, all right, let's do it the next year. And we ended up doing it in our warehouse. It's really cost effective for the vendors, so they like it. We typically have a theme. This year was a European holiday theme, so it was very well received. We get probably about 45 to 50 vendors coming in, setting up tables, and they get pretty elaborate with what they set up. In addition to that, we have probably about 100 to 150, depending on the year and everything, coming in, architects and designers coming in. And really what sets ours apart, which probably is because of a smaller market, is we get a lot of the principals of firms coming in, and they really enjoy the opportunity to meet the people in this environment.
Steve, how long have you been in this role now with Starnet?
A little over a year and a half, a year and a half left of it anyway, and hopefully we can find a replacement because it definitely takes away from my day job. But Travis has been a fabulous job helping me with regards to that.
All right, Steve, it's great to catch up with you. Again, been talking to Steve Cloud, the chairman of Starnet and co-owner of M. Frank Higgins. And you've been listening to Kemp Harr and FloorDaily.net.